Chit Chat at 5. Chit Chat at 5.
Hello, and welcome to Chit Chat at 5. I'm Sid, and this is Calvin. Today, we've got an excellent show lined up for you, including Peppa Pig voice actress Eurisha Perkinson. But I've noticed we haven't talked much about summer. So,
that's true.
So what do you like to get up to in the summer, Calvin?
Well, everybody in the summer likes a bit of fishing, don't you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. And I actually went turtle hunting in Venezuela, and I speared this beast, this blue turtle, in the Venezuelan swamps.
Nice work, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, you know, personally, I like to go fishing for bugs. You know, bug fishing.
Bug fishing?
Yes.
That's a bit odd, because the other week I was actually bitten by a bug, because they're growing in numbers lately.
Yes, you know, speaking of bugs, there has been an increase of insects over the summer months. You know, let's take a look at this story.
Here we are in Northern Hay Gardens. This is the usual place where ticks and bugs would like to live. So if you're going out for walking or hiking, it's probably best to cover your arms and legs, otherwise you'll get bitten. People should be wary of being bitten by bugs. Certain bugs can cause diseases such as Lyme disease.
Have you noticed an increase of insects in the summer months?
Yeah, when I walk home from college off my train, there's a lot of insects, especially in the summertime, yeah.
And are you aware of the risk of being bitten by a particular insect or bug, which is the same?
The only risk I knew was Lyme disease, but I didn't really know any symptoms except for headaches, so...
Okay. And what do you think the most common insect is which bites or stings?
I'd probably say mosquitoes, because when I go abroad in the hot weather, they're usually the ones to bite.
And what country was that?
Turkey, so it's quite hot when I went, so...
Have you ever experienced a tick?
We went for a walk and we came back and we noticed a tick behind his ear, and we looked online to see how you could get them off, and there was either burning him or getting him off with pliers. So we tried pliers, but the head was left in, so we had to take him to a vet's for...
Have you ever been bitten or stung by an insect?
I've been stung by many insects, such as bees, you know, wasps, you know.
We know.
You know, got the odd mosquito, you know.
Yeah, mosquitoes are common.
They are.
And are you aware of some of the risks of being bitten by a particular insect?
Yes, I'm allergic to bee stings.
Oh, right, no.
And the bee stung me in the mouth when I was riding my bike.
Because the bees die, don't they, when you get stung?
Yeah, he died and then I ate him.
Oh.
But,
Ate a bee? Interesting.
you know, it was his choice to fly in there. You know.
And have you heard of Lyme disease, which can be caused by ticks, if you've ever had one?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've never experienced it.
Have you noticed an increase in bugs in the past few months?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I walk my dogs a bit every day, and from like a couple of months ago there was loads, but now it's certainly increased, yeah, definitely.
Have you ever been bitten, stung, or had a tick before?
Yeah, I have. I've had quite a few. My dogs have had way more than me, and they are such a nightmare.
How did you remove them?
My trick is to use nail varnish remover. Just grab some paper towel and just stab it on the tick, and then just grab the head out, and that will just suffocate it and make it be fine. Sorry, bugs are everywhere.
Ticks are small blood-sucking arthropods related to spiders, mites and scorpions. They survive well in moist, shady areas such as grass, bracken bushes and leaf litter.
Well, that was interesting. So, bugs everywhere. Crazy stuff. We're now joined by Eurisha Perkinson, Peppa Pig voice actress. Here's a clip of
Peppa and George are in their bedroom playing with their toys.
George, let's play dollies and dinosaurs. What is that? It looks like a horrible monster. Dinosaur. Ah! It's a dinosaur. Help! Help! Help!
Hello, and welcome to the show. We've heard you've been very busy with Peppa Pig. How's it going?
Yeah, quite well actually. We've just finished a series. We're starting to shoot another series in about 2 weeks' time. Yeah, very busy.
Oh, really? Peppa Pig's a very popular cartoon. Don't you get a bit annoyed that people might not recognise you?
No, well, obviously with it being a cartoon, no one gets to see my face, so that makes me able to lead a normal life. I prefer it actually.
Oh, great. Have you got any children of your own which, you know, can appreciate your work?
Yeah, I do have a little girl. Yeah, it is her favourite programme.
Oh, okay.
Do you voices for any other cartoon characters?
No, not me, but like my mum, I followed in my mum's footsteps. She was the voice of Rosie from Rosie and Jim.
Oh, wow.
Rosie and Jim.
Oh, wow. Well, just before you leave us, could you give us a quick example of Peppa Pig's voice?
I don't think so, no.
Okay then. Well, thank you for joining us today. Can we just ask you how you travelled here today?
Yeah, I took my car in. Yeah, don't do buses.
So I wondered how you travelled from A to B. Is it by car or train or taxi?
I think she travels by car, she just said.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a closer look at buses.
Transport in Exeter is easily accessible. There are many forms of transport here, yet the majority of the public still use their own methods to commute. So we asked the public why.
Do you personally use public transport?
No, I don't.
You don't use public, you have your own car, do you?
I do.
Okay. Why don't you actually use public transport?
Generally, it doesn't go where I want to.
Yeah, we'll both use public transport if we're in town for longer than the car parking charge.
Right.
So you kind of balance up. You know, if you're in town for an hour, it's cheaper to drive in. But if you're going to be in town for a couple of hours, it's cheaper to use public transport. So yeah, it's cost. So that's the main thing. We have good bus services because we live on the main road. So so the bus service timing is no problem. Just it could be cheaper.
That's good. Do you actually use public transport?
I use the trains a lot, yeah.
You use the trains out. Do you think it's practical, or do you think it could be improved in any way?
It could be cheaper.
It could be cheaper.
It would be nice if it was cheaper.
Yeah.
But I heard it's going to get more expensive. Soon.
More expensive. That's probably due to the recession. But what do you like? If the trains had more of a budget, what do you think they could improve on?
I suppose there could be more of them, and they could. It's quite annoying when the buses get replaced.
How do you think that public transport can be improved?
Probably cheaper because
cheaper.
It's quite expensive. I know at home it's quite expensive to go places, and it just sort of ruins the whole.
It's clear that people are unaware of overall cost of running an average car is roughly 5 times more expensive than taking the bus. We spoke to Ruth Callison, a bus driver in Exeter, for more information.
Do you think it needs any development?
Yeah, I do, because the bus timetables aren't really working out, really, are they? I think they need to be looked at a bit more. I think we need a better budget, like more buses, more drivers, less people in our bus lanes, that sort of thing.
How does public transport compete with private transport in terms of practicality?
There is no competition. Public transport is so much better. Mainly because, it's a lot cheaper and more environmentally friendly. So and it doesn't clog up the roads like some things do. So I think it's like better than cars and bikes and that. It's quite sociable, like people are meeting people, and not necessarily because they're smoking, which is how the majority of my friends meet each other.
Recently we've been in a recession. I'm just wondering if this has made any difference in figures of the amount of people who use buses.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more people on the buses because obviously petrol prices have gone up, insurance and everything is all like increasing. So now it is cheaper to get the bus, which is good because that's the environmentally friendly option.
We also spoke to Mark, head of public transport in Exeter. However, he was unable to meet for an interview, so we were given a written response. He confirms that a yearly public transport pass costs £2.34 per day, which is a lot less than paying road tax, MOT, insurance and then fuel. He also states that CO2 emissions are halved by taking public transport.
crazy bus stuff there. So, do you like to travel by bus, Calvin?
I do travel on buses quite a lot because I live quite far away from my work. Do you know what I hate about buses?
What?
When you get a ticket,
yes,
right, and you walk onto a bus, and the bus driver starts driving before you get to sit down, and you start swinging around like crazy, making me look like a fool.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Someone mentioned this to me earlier.
I know, it needs to stop.
It does. Well, sadly, that's all we've got time for today. But join us next time for more Chit Chat at 5. You can catch us on the website, which is www.chitchat@5.com, or drop us an email. What's the email, Calvin?
I think it's chitchat@5.com.
Yes, great. Thanks, guys.
Chit Chat at 5. Chit Chat at 5.